Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to It's a No-Brainer for the Price, a cheap workhorse. And that's what you need when it comes to a brush. You want something you're not going to worry about. It needs to work, but you're not really worried about it chucking your sort of thicker paints through. You want that workhorse, the cheap workhorse. And I've got just the one. Now it's another fine spray. And again, it's 20% off. So I think this brush is coming in at around £13.60. It's ridiculous price, cheap. Yeah, it's a 025. I did tests with it yesterday and it was a little bit of an eye-opener for me, because if you did want to upgrade it to make it even better, you can, like I've just showed you in that video before with it, with the AB 180S. This one will upgrade as well. So cheap box, you know, cheap brush, that's what it's about. Cheap brush time. There it is. You've probably seen them. You've probably seen them on Amazon under a different name. This one comes under fine spray. Same trigger as what we've just looked at. If you just watched the previous video, you can drop the eye water trigger straight in these. You can soften the springs up, makes the response completely different. To the front of these, you get an unscrew your crown cap. And then when you take the air cap off, you've got a floating nozzle like a H&S. And I've tried it, guys. A H&S nozzle will go into this. Yeah? I've tried the H&S nozzle in this air cap on a 02 with a 02 H&S needle, and it goes in. It performs completely different, it really does. It's sort of the airflow, it just opens the brush right up to maximum air with it, it really does. And you can really bring the air pressure down on your regulator, and that's what I found yesterday. I took it down to 5 psi and it was still plenty of air coming out. So, double action, chrome, small cup to the top, solid, you know, it feels solid in the hand. Now this is the standard trigger that you get in the brush. Nothing wrong with it. You've got your little adjuster here to dial this in, and it'll set your trigger if you use these. You wind it right in, it'll stop the trigger, then you move it back to get movement out of your trigger. I always work with these open. Now you don't get in the box a connector here to connect to your airline, but if you go onto their website, because they've got some offers on at the minute, they're selling the connector that screws to the bottom along with a quick connect like that. I think they're around, I'm not sure, £4, £5, £6 for the 2 bits. So 13 something for the brush and a quick connect. You've got yourself a good little cheap workhorse, and it is a good little cheap workhorse. Yeah, that's what I found, and it will get super down, guys. It really will, you know. So we'll move in, show you how it sprays. Let's crack on. There's your brush. Simple, yeah, works. As I say, you can put the eye water trigger in. We can do the spring upgrade to it to make it softer, because you do get a little bit of tension in them. Crown cap. Let me just undo this and show you the, take that off. There you go. Floating nozzle. Exactly like an H&S, and I put an H&S in this yesterday, a 02, and it went in, not a problem. No leaks, no air loss or bubbling up or bubbling in the cup. It just went straight in and worked. So you can do that. Bring that to the front. Little bit of needle exposure out the front, not a great deal on it. Put some paint in. Yeah. So workhorses are, you know, backing away, getting the paint down. Now, atomisation, guys. Running inks, what I always do. So for me, this is a workhorse. I want that bit of coverage down, 0.25. It atomises it perfect, yeah? If I wanted to use this as a detail brush, because you can, I'd change that. I'd change the tension. But, out the box, yeah, it does get down. You know what I mean? It does get down on what it can do. I had a little bit of trailing on that then, and that was where I'd not reseated the needle correctly. Yeah, I mean, do you need like a proper workhorse to be doing full on detail? I wouldn't. I'd have it for putting your thicker paints down, or, you know, you're backing away. If you're doing model painting, you just want to get the paints down. It's one of them brushes that you chuck your cleaner through it, you put your next colour in, you know. If you want to see its best potential, you start dialing your paints in, yeah. You know, you dial the paints in like I've just done, and this thing, I need my glasses on, this thing will get severely down on detail, guys. So yeah, you get your paints dialed in with it, yeah, and you'll notice that if you put thin paints in and you don't reseat your needle, it happens. You know, the minute you go from like a thick paint and then dial a thin paint right in, you'll notice it straight away. Yeah. Very tensionate on the springs with it out the box. That's fine for me. I don't like tensioned up brushes, especially working down like this. It's just way too much tension there. But it will do it even more so when you've got another trigger in it, if you wanted to upgrade it, you know, and soften the springs up. But it will get it down, look, you know. Not a problem. It's one of them brushes that, as I say, if you're basing a load of miniatures up and you want it to get your paint down nice, crank the pressure up, base your miniatures, chuck some cleaner in it, quick clean, stick it on the shelf, pull it out when you're doing the dirty jobs, you know, things like that. Or if you want to tweak it and make it a nice, more of a detail brush, just a simple upgrade on springs, the better trigger, and it will dial in for you. It really will, because I swapped all this up yesterday. I thought I'd do you this review out the box, and then I've tried it with the different springs and the different trigger, and then tried it with the H&S nozzle and the needle, and I was getting this thing to do things you wouldn't believe. It was like really, really good. But out the box for $13.50, you can't go wrong. You know, it's a no, like it says in the thumbnail, it's a no-brainer. You know, that's ink out the bottle, not thinned out. It atomises how you want it. You know, you're holding the miniature, you want to base out a model, job done. You know, it puts the paint down. Small cut, but it's surprising how much you get in from there to there. You know, I've just covered an area like that on A3, and it's it does the job. It gets the paint down. 25 psi. You're blacking out a panel or a model. But you're doing it cheaply, but it's working. It's doing it. It's atomising the paint. It will get you down on detail. It's easy to strip down with a floating nozzle at the front. It's easy to sort of maintain. It's not like you're going to take the back off, pull that out, and a little bit falls out and this falls out. And it's just quite easily take apart, clean it, put back together. You know, it's not a headache of a brush to get on with, you know. There you go. If you want to dial this in, because I've just done a bit of dialing in with it here, thin your paint. You'll find it's the tension on this. You get a lot of adjustment in this just by setting this and reseating your needle. Thin inks, because I run thin inks, yeah. I found bringing this out a bit, take that out, undo your needle, take the tension out of here. You'll get a bit of movement in this bit here. So when you reseat your needle, put your finger to there, like that, and just put a bit of pressure on that. That will stop any movement in there when you go to reseat your needle. Then you just slide your needle up, reseat it, tighten your chuck up, and then put your back on, yeah? And you will find the trigger response with thin inks running this, going up close, becomes a little better. When you want that tighter down, you can go up and you can get a little bit more control out of the trigger. It softens it up slightly. It's better with the upgrade. Dropping the iWater trigger in, changing the springs, it instantly changes it. But if you can't do that, just take the tension out a bit if you're running thin inks. If you want to see its potential, what it can do, thin your inks down, take the tension out, so it makes it a little bit more softer at the back, and then go up, and it really will hit fine going down. But to me, this works best not at this right up close stuff, around here. That size, this size passes, you know. Backing away slightly. Or if you do need to sort of go and you're dropping highlights, it's a perfect workhorse for like the miniature model painters. Airfix kits, things like that, where you want to get a bit of paint down, because it does atomise and lay the paint down nice, you know. It's got punchy air going through it, so it gets it out. 025. That's why I put it under the workhorse brush, you know, no brainer. It's a cheap workhorse. You know, it does the job. But as I say, if you do upgrade it, because you can make it perform on point, you know. But do you want to do that with this sort of brush? You know, you've probably got your detail brush and you just need that workhorse that you can pull out now and again, drop a bit of base coat, little bit of thinned out primer, bang, crank the pressure up, it'll atomise it, it'll push it out the front of the brush, you know. It's easy to strip down, it's easy to clean the nozzle, put back together, no dramas. So that's that one, link in the description. Everything Airbrush, they've got their sale on, there's loads of goodies on there, guys, so get over and have a look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Cheers.